Bank Independent has been such a great partner because not only are they taking the stress of the finances off of our plate, but they're investing in us as we're investing in them. And I think that is a strong partnership. The spirit of what Bank Independent does is right there in the name.
From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is your weather tonight.
Just a few clouds here and there overnight, mostly clear otherwise. Maybe some patchy fog once again across southern middle Tennessee during the morning hours, especially the early morning. And I would especially pay attention to that north of Highway 64, up around the Highway 412 corridor, Lewis County, Murray County, Marshall counties, where you had some afternoon thunderstorms. Not expecting a big deal from that, though. Morning lows in the mid-70s, mostly sunny skies for the morning. A few isolated thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon, and once again, on the hot side, mostly clear to partly cloudy overnight. Maybe some patchy areas of fog over here toward Hohenwald, Columbia, Lewisburg, maybe down the Highway 64. Morning lows in the mid-70s, getting up into the low to mid-90s for daytime highs with about a 30% chance of a few isolated thunder showers. Heat index values once again into the low to mid-100s in that 100 to 105 range, I think, is most likely as we head into the afternoon. Maybe a couple degrees warmer than that over North Alabama. Partly cloudy into tomorrow evening and tomorrow night. Maybe an isolated thunder shower that continues into the overnight hours. Chance of that about 20%. Rain chances still scattered, but going up Friday and the weekend as deeper moisture from the Gulf comes northward here. Daytime highs to the lower 90s with that, with more clouds around, but more showers and thunderstorms likely. I think the most widespread coverage on the board is Saturday, but they're likely Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Not an all-day washout at any point around here, though, so you can still do activities outdoors. You're just going to have to pay attention to the weather. As we head into early next week, still a few scattered thunderstorms on Monday. And then as we get to the middle of the week, an upper-level heat ridge builds. You can start to see that with the cloud cover shutting down by Monday over southern Mississippi and Alabama back into Louisiana. That expands northward by the middle of next week. That's going to be reducing rain chances and warmer temperatures, warmer heat index values as well. Check this out. We're into the mid, maybe upper 90s by the middle of next week. Notice the heat index values, the purple graph here. 105 plus next week, and I wouldn't be shocked if we see some heat index values by next Wednesday, next Thursday, knocking on the door of 110 here in a few spots. If you're headed out toward the Gulf Coast over the weekend, you're going to have to dodge showers and thunderstorms. You're also going to have to pay attention to the rip current risk. Pay attention to those flags they put out on the beach. You may see some double reds out there, so pay attention to that. Don't risk it because there will be a high rip current risk, especially on Saturday. It may start to back off a little bit on Sunday, especially over toward the Florida Panhandle as that Gulf low pulls away, but it may continue with the choppiness of the seas and such. But otherwise, showers and thunderstorms, a decent bet, but scattered around on our Saturday and Sunday for Gulf shores. Rain chances diminishing for the Florida Panhandle as we head into Sunday and early next week. Lower 90s down toward the beach. Gulf water temperature coming in right around 87 at Gulf shores. As you head toward your first cup of coffee in the morning, partly cloudy to mostly clear, except for some isolated fog here and there. Morning lows in mid-70s. We're headed for the low to mid-90s by the afternoon. Heat index values into the lower 100s again. About a 30% chance of isolated afternoon thunderstorms. Not an all-day washout at any point, but rain chances ticking up for Friday, especially Saturday and into Sunday. Daytime highs with enhanced cloud cover around back into the lower 90s, maybe some isolated upper 80s here and there, especially on Saturday. And then the heat starts to trend back going toward the middle of next week, mid-90s, if not upper 90s on the board. Heat index values 105 or higher, likely area-wide. And thunderstorm chances still around Monday, Tuesday, maybe even Wednesday, but becoming much more isolated. There's the latest 7-day forecast. I'll be filling in for Ben Luna tomorrow morning. I'll be back at 6 a.m. with your wake-up weather forecast.